Chapter 12. Uncle and Nephew. For once in his life, at any rate, the proud Stuart Sheldon was a badly scared man. He stood rooted to the spot, his face as white as a sheet, and his hands shaking as with the palsy. Bertie, after knocking up the stranger's pistol arm, grappled him for all he was worth, and in the tussle that ensued, both went down on the floor. As the people in the adjacent offices, alarmed by the pistol shot, rushed out into the corridor to see what was in the wind, Mr. Sheldon recovered his presence of mind, seized the waving hand that still held the smoking revolver, and wrenched the weapon out of the desperate man's grasp. The next moment the would-be murderer shook himself free from Bertie, sprang to his feet, and pushing the startled spectators aside, rushed for the elevator. He didn't stop to wait for a descending cage, but dashed around the iron partition and flew down the marble stairway as if pursued by a dozen policemen. Of course, all who had rushed upon the scene wanted to know what the trouble was about. Most of them knew Mr. Sheldon, either personally or by sight. Those on speaking terms gathered around the big broker and began to question him. But he waved them all aside with monosyllabic answers, and grasping Bertie by the arm, led the boy rather unwillingly into his elegantly furnished private office.
"My lad," he said with a good deal of emotion, "you have saved my life by your prompt interference. That man meant to kill me. I saw his purpose in his eye. I should now be lying dead or dying outside in the corridor but for you. I want you to understand that I am grateful, and I propose to make you some substantial acknowledgment of the fact."
"You can't do anything for me, Mr. Sheldon," replied Bertie with a flash of pride in his eye.
"Can't do anything for you?" replied the big broker in some astonishment. "Why not? Don't you know that you have rendered me a great service?"
"Yes, sir, I think I have, but you are welcome to it."
"Perhaps you think I mean to offer you pay for what you have done. I have no intention of putting it that way. I am a rich man and an influential one. I want to do something for you that will advance you in life. Incidentally, I propose to make you a present as a reminder of your gallant conduct. Now, I wish to know your name, my lad."
"I'm afraid if I told you, it wouldn't give you any satisfaction." Stuart Sheldon stared at Bertie as if he couldn't understand the boy's attitude.
"Wouldn't give me any satisfaction?" repeated the broker in surprise. "Why, it would give me great satisfaction to know the identity of the boy who saved my life."
"You say so because you don't suspect who I really am."
"On my word, my lad, you are speaking in riddles. Do you really refuse to tell me your name? I can't let you go without learning who you are. I owe you too heavy a debt for that."
"Well, sir, since you insist, I will tell you. But if the knowledge displeases you, you will have to blame yourself. My name is Bertie Ballister."
"Ballister?"
exclaimed Mr. Sheldon with a start and change of countenance.
"Not the son of—"
His voice ended almost in a whisper, as his piercing black eyes seemed to pin the boy to his chair. "Yes, sir," replied Bertie, rising and regarding the broker with a proud look. "I am the son of Edward Ballister, who married your sister. Edith Sheldon Ballister is my mother." This announcement was a great shock to Stuart Sheldon. It was this boy who stood between him and a reconciliation with his only and favorite sister. He had never ceased to hate the memory of Edward Ballister, the man who, in his opinion, had stolen his sister away from a luxurious home to share his poverty and hard luck. And Bertie Ballister, the picture of his father, perpetuated that hatred. Now this lad, whom he cordially detested, had saved his life. Stuart Sheldon regarded Bertie for a full minute without speaking. His proud nature and his hatred of the name of Ballister was battling with his gratitude he knew this boy deserved of him. At length he spoke.
"So you are my nephew?"
Bertie made a slight inclination of his head.
"In consideration of what you have done for me, I am willing to help both you and your mother."
"It is not necessary, Mr. Sheldon," answered Bertie politely but firmly. "My mother and I do not need your help now. There was a time many years ago when she asked you for assistance. I have been told we were almost starving at the time. You refused her then. It was not your fault we did not die. Under these circumstances, what would you do were you in my place, sir? You would do as I am doing. You would accept nothing from the hand that was once withheld, when it might have relieved a sister's distress. In saving you from that man's bullet, I did nothing more than I would have done for any man in the same position. It will please mother to know I did you this service, for she cannot forget that you are still her brother."
"You are proud, my boy, and unreasonable."
"That may be true, Mr. Sheldon, but I came rightfully by it."
"Yes, your mother has her share of the Sheldon pride. You are employed in this neighborhood, I presume?"
"Yes, sir."
"By whom?"
"Howard Morse, banker and broker, number 34 Wall Street."
"And you and your mother live where?"
"In Brooklyn, number 76 Green Avenue." Mr. Sheldon made a note of it on his writing pad.
"It is my intention to communicate with your mother. In saving my life, it is possible you have bridged the gulf your birth created. In any case, I offer you my hand as a token of my gratitude."
"I accept it as such," answered Bertie, and for the first time in the family a Sheldon and a Ballister clasped hands. End of chapter 12.